that she shouldn't have done. Like she was arguing with him. She wasn't arguing with him. She was trying to explain to this idiot that they had messed up her order. He
Right.
was the one that took it there. She
Exactly.
was only trying to say, and she had the right. If
We not
there was,
saying she ain't have the right.
Tommy, that's not Tommy.
We
Tommy,
not
listen.
saying she wrong.
Tommy,
We
listen,
just
listen.
saying she could have walked away.
But Tommy, what I'm saying is, listen to the substance of what I'm saying. The walking away part, okay. But like Nikki was trying to say, when the whole thing started, she was trying to explain to him. He was going crazy. And then when her son came in, just follow the trail. When her son came in, she told him to go to the car. Why did he think that she was speaking with him when she told her son, go get in the car? What makes him think that? And then he's going to say, get in the car, get in the car. He should have known that she wasn't speaking to him. She was speaking to her son. And then when he hollered again about say one more thing, I want to know at what point did she have the opportunity to walk out before he hit her?
Can I answer
After
you?
he said, if you
Can
say
I
one more,
answer you? Because when he said,
oh my grandmama, one more time, and right.
yeah, ma'am, he told her on his grandmama twice. And before that, when she thought he was talking to him, he cocked his fist back. What was any more clear indication to her that this man was about to attack her? All she had to do at that point was leave.
Well, he got what he deserved because he shouldn't have
Wow.
he shouldn't even went as far as he did. Like I'm
Yeah,
saying,
but
he
I
got
mean,
it. He wait a
I
minute, Tommy. Look,
understand. I
Tommy,
understand that he
Tommy,
got what he deserved and all
Tommy,
that. But my only stake in this is the little kid. Okay,
Tommy.
because you can say, I hope he don't let it mess up his mental health. I'm glad you think mental health work like that. That's not how it works. You don't get a chance to let it do nothing.
But
It's going to
Tommy,
do what it do.
yeah, it's going to do what it do because I suffer with mental issues, so I know how that whole scenario worked. But my point is this: he got out, he jumped in her situation and made it a situation. The
Right.
situation ain't had nothing to do with him.
We
He was
not
in it.
saying he right.
Listen, I understand what you saying, but listen to me. Hear me out. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had no part in what she was doing to correct her order. He could have stand back and just stayed until she got her situation straightened out. But no, he jumped in her situation and made it a situation.
All right, let me
So
slide
he
in,
lost
y'all.
his life of jumping in somebody else's situation.
All right, let me play it for y'all. Let me play it. Now I did hear her say get in the car, and I did hear him say who get in the car. Let me play the whole thing for y'all though.
And that's when he cocked his fist back.
Let me play the whole
But she
thing.
ain't talking to him.
Oh, hold
Talking
tight,
to her
hold tight,
son.
hold tight. Let me play it. So I did hear him. I did hear her say, get in the car. I did hear him say, who get in the car. And then I did hear him carry on and say, if you
And
say,
threatened her a couple more times.
yeah.
But wait a minute, Tommy. If you actually watch the video the whole
I
time,
did.
she's not. No, wait a minute. Let me finish. Let me finish. She's not facing him. She's facing her son. She's telling him to get in the car. She's giving instructions to her son. He's going off like an idiot. Oh, get in the car. Get in the car. I promise. If you say one more thing on my grandmother, and she's telling her son, go get out of here. And
No,
then
she
he
should have
cocked
got
his
out of
fist.
there with him.
I'm going to
Oh
mute the
my
mic.
goodness,
Y'all.
she's not talking to him.
But
You
why
What
still
is
would
saying that? She
but
can be
why
right
would
all she
she?
want.
But
I'm
why
not
would
saying she not right.
but
I'm
why
just saying she could have walked away.
But why should she when she was in there
You
trying to get
still
her
saying
order
why
right?
should she to save everybody? To save everybody.
She
Because
didn't know.
that
She
man
did.
could have had a gun and shot her.
Okay, well, she didn't know he was going to go as far as he did
She
and the
should
way
have.
he did,
Everybody else who was watching it clearly knew he was getting ready to attack her.
and she felt
So
safe
she
because
knew.
she was
So all
in
she
a
had to
public
do
place.
was walk away.
Okay, let me say this before I drop down because here we go again, where as though men are
Oh
constantly
my
putting
God! Why
women.
do it
Oh,
always got
sir,
turned into
But
that?
sir,
listen,
sir,
Let
listen.
her
sir,
let her finish,
listen.
y'all. Go ahead, Nikki. Let her finish.
Where
Go ahead, Nikki.
you guys, you get upset with us for being in a position where we take control. But you always put us in a position where we have to take control. And right now, you're telling us that she should have been the bigger person to walk away. Now he should have been the bigger man. Now he should have recognized his own power and his own strength. Not he should understand what he could have done to that lady and the damage he could do, but what you telling us that the woman, once again, should recognize and take charge and take control as opposed to the damage that this man should have done. But when us women step
I don't
up
know what you're
and
talking
take
about.
charge, oh, okay, I'm gone. Good night,
This all the way
everyone.
across the street and turned it into something else. That's not
I'm
what we was
not.
talking
I'm
about.
not.
That
Well,
is
you
not what
turned
we
it
was.
into
You
something.
trying to
You
put it
turned
into
it
a
into
woman
something else.
against man. That's
This
not what I was doing.
conversation was about Black Friday. You turned it into something else. Thank you very much. But my
Ma'am,
point is just that, sir,
I ain't a.
my
This ain't a
point
lady
is
against man thing. This just.
it
I'm
is.
just saying
You
she
telling
could
us
have
that
just
we need to
diffused
be
the
the bigger
situation.
person. Okay,
Okay, you
well,
right.
when
You know
women
what? You
take
right.
charge, y'all don't like it. But
Yeah,
then
you right.
now you're
I
telling
see
us we
what
should
happened
take
when
charge and
women
be the
take
bigger
charge.
person.
When women take charge, 14-year-old boys start killing. 14-year-old boys she's supposed to be protecting now gotta protect her. You're right. That's what happened when women take charge. You exactly right.
You missing the
Wow.
point. You missing the
I
point.
Wow.
know. I
Can I
know I
can
am
I
You
clearly
slide
right.
in,
I
Mr.
gotta
Shank?
be.
All I
you know
want
what? I respect
to
your opinion.
all I
Thank you.
what a
Can I
restaurant
s- can I
served
slide in, Mr. Shank?
what what a hot dog served that in Chicago the motherfucker getting killed over because I want one.
Yeah, let me just slide in so I could get some order. I'm gonna
Or
let everybody land. I'm gonna give everybody they 5 minutes. And when somebody's talking, please nobody interrupt. I'm gonna give everybody their last 5 minutes. Starting with you, Lady V. You got 5 minutes, Lady V.
It's not going to
If you
take that
don't want to
long.
use your whole 5 minutes, that's fine. Go ahead, Lady
Okay.
V.
I just watched the video again, and the woman really did not have time to de-escalate or any other thing because she was talking to the people behind the counter, and the man kept talking, and when the son came up, she told him to get into the car, and the gentleman that was belligerent, I guess, thought she was talking to him. So I don't even think she was in a position of defense or offense. I think that he just escalated the situation and didn't give her any kind of option to do anything because I don't think she even intended to engage with him, but he kept pursuing it and he hit her. And so if the son saw him hit his mother, of course he was going to jump in. So now to say that the woman should have walked away, she was not even in a conscientious position to think about walking away because she wasn't talking to him. She was not talking to him. The part of the video that I saw, she was not. So for you guys to say that she should have been quiet or she should have left the store, she probably had no knowledge or even thought that he was going to do what he did. That's all I have to say, Mr. Shank. Thank you.
Good point, Lady V. I appreciate you for pulling up, Lady V. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, take care.
All right. Nikki Lynn, your last words.
I agree with Lady V. And all I want to say is that respect goes both ways, responsibility goes both ways, and self control goes both ways. It can't just be about the woman needs to have more self control than a man. That's BS. That's crap. So he needed to exercise self control just as well as you guys are saying she did. And I agree with Lady V. She wasn't given an opportunity to. And for those who saying she put her son in this predicament. She did not. He heard the commotion. He came to protect his mama. And I'm sorry, I'm glad that he was there because if not, who knows what damage that lady would have had done to her. I'm sorry this little boy is going to suffer, but I mean, hopefully he'll get the mental help that he needs. And y'all got me up out of my sick bed to come do this. So congratulations.
We sorry. We
Sorry,
sorry.
Nikki. We
Good
feel
night,
that.
everyone. Good
Appreciate
night.
Nikki.
appreciate you for pulling up, Nikki Lynn. I'll see you tomorrow. DC, take us home, Juanita.
Oh, Jesus. I'm about to take, I need a hot dog now. Hot dog. Good Lord. I agree with Nikki and Lady V. Women need to respect men and men need to respect women. It's all about self control. I totally agree. I don't think she put that little boy in the position for that to go the way it's supposed to went. But since I want to ask you three guys on and Andrea, just it's just you and Tommy.
Yeah.
Okay, now what if you was that little boy, Shank? Tommy, you seen somebody, this gentleman, hitting on your mama, and your mama have a weapon and she got the right to carry it, and you see him attacking your mom. What would went through your mind to do?
I would have done the same thing that the little boy done. I think
Correct.
every boy would have done that.
Correct. So that's my point. So the little boy felt that his mama was getting attacked, so he did what came to his mind. But like I
Well,
said before,
I'm not.
but like I
I
said,
mean,
you gonna let me
Tommy,
land? You gonna let
I'm
me
gonna give
land?
you.
oh, my
I'm gonna
bad,
give
my bad.
I got you, Tommy. I got you. Go ahead,
I
Juanita.
mean, Tommy, I respect your opinion and how you feel about this, about what's going on with this story. But like I said, men need to learn how to respect women, and women need to learn how to respect men. And I'll let that roll. Thank you,
Appreciate you.
Frank. I appreciate for pulling up. See you, Marty.
Appreciate you, B.
See you
All right,
tomorrow, Juanita.
all right, peace.
All right.
Night, Juanita.
On you, Marty.
I don't think the clarity is still there that I'm trying to get to Tommy. Tommy, in my heart, I know the point that you were trying to make. Don't get me wrong. I know the point you were trying to make. She should have just walked away. That hasn't escaped me. You're talking about the son. That has not escaped me. And I think the reason that people are feeling passionate about what you just say, well, she should have just shut up. She should have just shut up. She should have just shut up.
I never said she
I,
should have shut up. I
Hold tight,
said she
Tommy.
should have walked away.
Hold tight, Tommy. I got you. I'm gonna let you end it off. I got you. Come on, Marty.
you said she should have just walked away. Earlier you said she should have just kept quiet. But that's okay. That's okay. I understand your point, but you also have to understand and you're coming from a good place. I know you are. You're concerned about the son and maybe the situation shouldn't have gotten the way it is. But see, now when you see the entire context of the situation, because I had forgotten some of the things that were on that video. I knew she was saying something to him. I just didn't remember what she was saying. But the bottom line is, yes, a man got killed. Yes, I wouldn't have been in that position. I would have walked away. But how many times have you been in a restaurant or a store in something and somebody in front of you is just um, being a butthole, but you still have to stand there because the conversation that's going on is between the the cashier or the person that's at the restaurant. That's between them two. But you inserted yourself, and that's what I was thinking. That's what I was trying to that Nikki was trying to say. He inserted himself in her business. The whole thing about she should have walked away, I get it. Trust me, that does not fall on deaf ears. But He put himself in that situation. And once he put himself into that situation, and if she saw how left it was going, those hot dogs were not worth my life or my son's life. And he should have known that those hot dogs were not worth his life. And I'm through with the conversation. Have a good night. Thanks, Shank. I'll
You
see you
too,
tomorrow.
baby. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You as well.
Appreciate you here, woman in charge. I see you tomorrow. All right, it's all yours, Tommy. Take us home.
All right. Yo, the context to what I was saying was not ever to say nobody was wrong, nobody was right. My whole thing was, listen, when we gonna start to be proactive as a community and start taking the initiative to do things like this, diffuse a situation that you see escalating? Because in the end, was it worth it? Was it worth it? I mean, get what I'm saying, please. I'm not saying the man was right. The man was wrong. The man was wrong. From A to Z, he was wrong. All right. But I got another concern. All right. See, these little kids, they get on the wrong path, and you see the destruction and mayhem that they blaze their trails with. Like, you don't know how this going to turn out for this young man. All right. You don't know. And clearly, as an adult, you know what I'm saying? You know he is a child. And his capacity to accept what he just done might seem okay. But in hindsight, is it really? Is it really? Because you ain't the one waking up with what he did, he is. You ain't the one going to sleep with what he did, he is. To you, you might think you could just forget something like that. But yo, I know grown men who came back from wars and can't forget stuff like that. All right. And I see people, somebody said, I hope he don't let his mental, you don't get to let your mental health do. I'm glad you think you can control that, because you can't. You can't. All I'm saying is the world would have been a better place that day if she would have just said, you know what? I'm going to take my son and get away from here. That's all I was saying. Not that she was wrong. Not that he was right. Because that's never my point. That's never my point. Because you can be right and still lose. You can be right all you want and still not win. So what's more important, winning or being right? Because she was right. She was right. But in the end, her son going to probably lose. He got the most at stake with what he done. And some people seem to think that kind of stuff can just bounce off of you. No, it might could just bounce off of you. That don't mean it's just going to bounce off of him. And that's all I'm saying. All right? Not who wrong or right. Not who should have did this and who should have did that. I'm just saying, if she would have just walked away, we wouldn't be talking about this today. That's all I'm saying. All right? I just want I pray for the little guy, and I hope he could get right. But it ain't no guarantees once you get on that path. And mental health is a very serious thing. We got a lot of problems in our community with mental health. All right, issues that need to be addressed. Let me tell you something. When I'm in fear of my life, I know to back down. When I'm in fear and I'm in danger, I understand how to react. And trying to diffuse the situation. And to everybody that's listening, yo, I know I get loud sometimes, but it's not on purpose. I don't know. I just always been like that. So sometimes if I'm loud, just say, yo, you too loud, and I got you, because now I know. But no, my thing is never that I'm trying to take the side of a guy who just clearly was disrespectful and out of line. Listen, some people that's disrespectful and out of line will kill your ass. So you don't get disrespectful and out of line with everybody that's getting disrespectful and out of line with you. I know a lot of guys I grew up with, man, they ain't make it to 20 years old over their respect. All right. The world gonna forget about you and keep it moving. All right. You gotta be smart enough to be here tomorrow. All right. And it ain't always depending on other people thinking for themselves. Sometimes you gotta think for people too. Cause some people ain't thinking. Like that man, that dude Knockout King, he clearly wasn't thinking. So she should have been thinking for him, is all I'm saying. Because that dude was crazy and he was out of his mind. And I'm glad he didn't have a gun. Because if he had a gun, him and that 14-year-old kid both could have been dead. And all I'm saying is, the best thing for that situation would have been for somebody to walk away. The same person. The same person needed to walk away. You can't expect a crazy person to walk away. You need to expect the same person to make a sound decision. And that's all I'm saying. That's it, Shank. It's a wrap for me. I love you, partner.
All right, love you too, Bonzel. I see you tomorrow.
All right.
All right, salute. I want to welcome everybody for pulling up to the demonstration. The true history on Black Friday and its true meaning. We had an opportunity to hear different perspectives. We also had an opportunity to go into what I would say some form of accountability. Whether you agree with the man, the Knockout King should have been the bigger person, or whether you agreed that the woman should have been ladylike and didn't put her and her son in a bad predicament, they both has to be held accountable. I feel definitely that the man definitely was wrong. And I do feel like, unfortunately, he got what he deserved. I also feel like the mother, knowing that her son was around, I do feel like the mother could have made a better decision. But in no means am I blaming the mother. I'm just saying they both, should have had some accountability in it. So I don't want nobody to think that we are up here on the panel as men giving the Knockout King the green light to put his hands on her, and we're not giving no other men the green light to put their hands on a woman. So I'll see everybody tomorrow. We definitely going to do a Shanquella Robinson demonstration. That'll be at 10. I'm going to probably tap into the Carly Russell situation early in the day. So I'll see everybody tomorrow. I'll leave the chat up. Y'all can hang around in the hallways. Salute.
I came into this game like a sinner with a a prayer. With only one dream to be the world's famous player. The life that we live sometimes ain't always right. I see you need a father figure to put structure in your life. You got a lot of hood in you, so you call yourself a bitch. But beneath it all, I see a sexy head chick who's just looking for a real one who got it ish together. A nigga that can lead, so you can love forever. Money ain't an issue, cause you got your own stacks. Let me make you feel important and always have your back. I could tell by your hate that you had a bad day. Let me wipe your tears and tell you everything'll be okay. Now your friends gon' hate and tell you I'm a bad man. Don't let the messiest war keep you from a good thing. It's a king and queen thing, a new game.